The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket.
He completes it to Olave.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag now.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Now it's Wilson.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Saints at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Wilson. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play fake. Mayfield. Buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
3rd and long for Mayfield.
pushes him over. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Here's Jake Camarda now. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe?
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield. Completes it again to Gage. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This will go to Henry out wide. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Dancing to his Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and it did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Cade Otton.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
McLaughlin for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
14,
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get any.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He dumps it off for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Jerry Jeudy
from 10 yards out.
And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Regular.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go, 14. Tempo.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's Kalijah Kancey in to get him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Kalijah Kancey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Alert, alert, alert.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Saints 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And now here is another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Henry is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. From the gun, Mayfield. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bucs start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Hey, 0-0-0.
The Shaheed going to go in motion.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
0-0.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Kalijah Kancey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Let's go.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball.
He's got a man complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now it's Wilson. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And now here is another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield looking downfield for Godwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Running from the gun with Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Levante David in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense.
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for man. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.